Hey everybody, it's Kent. I had a few extra minutes here on a Tuesday afternoon, so I figured I'd do a quick live unboxing showing you some of the cool stuff I've been buying lately. Right now I'm working on like a really big consignment deal, so that will probably keep me really busy for a couple months, but I'm sure I won't stop buying stuff online. And actually, the Twin Cities Book Fair here is on Friday, so I will be off to the Twin Cities for the book fair. If you're in the Midwest, definitely worth checking out. The Minnesota Antiquarian Book Fair. You can find their website and track it down. It is Friday and Saturday in St. Paul, Minnesota. I've actually been buying some really cool stuff lately, spending way too much money on books, but that's okay. That means you guys. I should probably silence my notifications so I don't blow your eardrums out. That happens every time, and I always forget. Let's see. This first one came from the UK, so if I paid probably 18 or 20 bucks to ship it, it's probably a good one. I think a couple of these boxes are from the UK. So first, got a nice leather bound volume, beautiful gilded page edges. Audenzio Ferrari by Ethel Halsey, published in 1904. Probably nothing excessively exciting about the contents of this book, but it has a 4-edge painting, a really nice 4-edge painting. Look at that, Christmas greetings. Got this nativity scene there. What does that say? The Holy Family. Very nice 4-edge painting on that one. I've been buying a lot of 4-edge paintings. I mean, most 4-edge paintings, see, it disappears when you close it up. Most 4-edge paintings are going to cost you about $400 to $500. I think this one I paid probably less than 300 bucks for, so I was happy to get a nice little deal on that. I'm not even sure. I think he was an artist, and then also very fitting. There's the Holy Family scene frontispiece as well. So show it one last time for people just hopping onto the video. Awesome 4-edge painting. I'm excited about that one. All right, great way to start off the live unboxing. I think I have about 20 boxes to show off this afternoon. Then I might take a nap. If Tuesdays are usually my day off, which I mean, usually I'm traveling, going to bookstores and stuff, outsourcing books. But I helped my brother for a little bit. We did a little construction project for a few hours this morning. We got a nice little copy of Dr. Chase's Recipes. Cool old cookbook, Dr. Chase's Recipes, or Information for Everyone. Practical recipes for merchants, grocers, saloon keepers, physicians, druggists, tanners, shoemakers, harness makers, painters, jewelers, blacksmiths, tinners, gunsmiths, farriers, barbers, bakers, dyers, renovators, farmers, and families generally. 1872. So a really cool 1872 cookbook. It just has everything. Inks. We got cream. We got ale, home brewed, how it is made. We got porter ale. We got yeast cake. We got ice cream. We got yeasts. We got wine. We got rhubarb wine, tomato wine, tomato cultivation, tomato as food for cattle. It has everything. There's a huge, probably almost 200 pages of medical remedies as well. Quaker Remedy, the Tribune's Cure for Hydrophobia. We got snake bites. We got a cool little chapter on snake bites. Again, 1872 Dr. Chase's Recipes. Honestly, there's not a ton on. There is a baker's section. Let's see, we got leatherworking, we got painting, we got blacksmiths and tinners, farriers. There's a few illustrations in this one. Here's the bakers, the barbers and toilet departments, shampoo mixtures, colognes, hair oils, balm of 1,000 flowers, baking, we got cakes. We got sponge cake, surprise cake, sugar cake, ginger cake, tea cake, pork cake, cider cake, ginger snaps, jelly cake, more jelly cake, molasses. There's the easy index depending what kind of cake you want to make, the different levels of each ingredient that you're going to put in. Oh, we got pies, and then there's a miscellaneous section in the back. So 1872 Dr. Chase's recipes, everything you need to know as like a country person, whether it's farming or medical, cooking and baking, dyeing, laundry, all that kind of stuff. All right, next one. Box number 3. I think we have about 20 boxes today. It's been a busy week of book buying online. If you have any questions, feel free to pop them in the chat. Feel free to hit that like button. Share it with your friends. All right, this is a little bugger. Whoa. All right. Oh, I love this one. Man, the condition. Language and Poetry of Flowers. You do not want to know how much I paid for this because it was not cheap. But this one came from the UK. And again, I think if it was in rough condition, it'd be like a $20 or $30 book. But I think I paid a lot more than that. I got a little carried away with bidding on that one. The Language and Poetry of Flowers. Look at that beautiful decoration of the frontispiece there. 2 Victorian ladies. The Language and Poetry of Flowers by Miss S.C. Edgerton, 1849. I think this one has a few illustrations as well. Let me see if I can find a flower name that I recognize. The dahlia. This is a Mexican plant, much cultivated by modern horticulturists. The flower of all colors and very showy, growing often at the height of 6 or 8 feet. Okay, that's a big one. And then also they have a poem related to the dahlia as well. And then back here, they got another little thing showing what each flower kind of symbolizes. Here we go. Beauty, orchis. I'm not going to try to pronounce some of these. Oh, I thought there was a few illustrations as well, but I don't see them. Again, beautiful little binding. This is a little bugger. Not quite miniature. It's probably about 4 inches tall. And again, I mean, 1849 condition is absolutely fantastic. And there's a neat little inscription: to dear Geraldine, from her most affectionate little friend, May. Not sure what the rest of that reads, but looks like Christmas, 1849. Was given as a Christmas gift the year it was published. I like that one. That was pretty special. I guess I like all the books I buy. It is really tough as a book dealer, also collecting. It's kind of tough for me to not keep all the best ones for myself. Definitely do keep a few of my favorites, but also I gotta try to pay the bills. Looks like we got a Pictorial History of the U.S. by S.G. Goodrich. Big leather book. Pictorial History of America, embracing both the northern and southern portions of the New World by S.C. Goodrich, 1856. This one is really nicely illustrated. Everything you need to know about the history of America pre-1850s. A little bit worn, but that's okay. It's 170 years old, so got a little leeway as far as condition when the book's that old. All right, looks like this box came from the UK. Definitely been buying a lot from the UK lately. And usually to ship a heavy box out, this box weighs about 25 pounds maybe. Usually costs about probably 60 to 80 bucks. So it definitely have to factor that into making a profit if you're gonna pay $80 just for shipping. But I think they definitely have better books over there. There we go, we made it. Looks like we made it. Holy buckets. Someone went a little crazy with saran wrap or shrink wrap. That's alright, I guess this is going to be a 4-hour video. I'll try to make it quick. Try not to keep you waiting while I open about 20 volumes. All nicely packaged. They even packaged a little thing of cardboard as filler. Interesting. Let's see what we got in this first bundle. So we got 4 old leather books. Again, I think these came from the UK. Let's see, are these all, looks like a matching set. Looks like we got volume 3, 4, 5, and 8. Let's see what the title is. Pretty nice condition. History of Greece by William Mitford, Volume 8, 1818. Cool old History of Greece. Again, just some odd volumes, 3, 4, 5, and 8 of an 8-volume set. It's all right. You don't have crazy amounts of money. I'm sure these 1818 volumes, they might bring 20 to 30 bucks. Heber's Indian Journal, Volume 2. Again, I don't mind buying odd volumes of sets. I start them at 99 cents. So if they bring 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks, I'm happy with that. Instead of, if you don't have like a complete set of these, History of Greece would probably run you maybe 200 or 300 bucks. But if you can buy an odd volume for 20 or 30, much more affordable to the average person. Narrative of a Journey Through the Upper Provinces of India from Calcutta to Bombay, 1824 to 1825, with notes upon Ceylon, by the late Right Reverend Reginald Heber, Volume 2, 1844. Again, cool book on travel in India from 1844. Only Volume 2, but again, if you don't have $200 to pay for the complete set, you can buy my odd volume for much cheaper, hopefully. Or if you already have Volume 1 and you're only looking for Volume 2, that would be perfect. All right, Cakes and Ale and My Brother Jonathan. Looks like this one's by Mom, Cakes and Ale. Or The Skeleton in the Cupboard. Let's see if there's a date on that one. 1936. Nice leather binding on that one. Most of these will probably be up on eBay here probably in the next few weeks. eBay seller Animal Vet 52 if you're wondering. I start all these books at 99 cents plus shipping. Happy to combine shipping. My Brother Jonathan by Francis Brett Young. Again, going to be from that 1930s era. 1935. So yeah, if you don't know, I auction a lot of stuff off on eBay. All of my books are 99 cents plus shipping. It doesn't matter if it's a $10 book or I just sold an $1,800 Pride and Prejudice with a 99-cent start bid. No reserves. I just am happy to hopefully make a little bit of profit on everything. Hopefully don't lose money on too much. The Poetical Works of Sir Walter Scott, Volume 2, looks like 1834. Tiny little date right there. Not sure if you can see it, but I can see it. 1834, Sir Walter Scott, Volume 2, Poetical Works. Man, this person really put a lot of effort into packaging these very securely. I appreciate it. They all arrived perfect. All right, this is kind of a cute little Art Nouveau Mr. Max Ruback of Common Ground Finds. See what he has to say. Heading to Arby's. Who wants roast beef? Yeah, give me beef and cheddar. I'll pass on the mozzarella sticks. Maybe a Diet Dr. Pepper and beef and cheddar. Thanks, Max. Appreciate it. Roundabout Papers, Pretty Little Art Nouveau. It's a little bugger, and honestly, this one might not bring much. I think I think it's a $40 or $50 book. I think it's really pretty, beautiful binding, but again, that one will be on eBay here in about 2 weeks. Yeah, got to get the Diet Dr. Pepper, Max. Got to stay healthy, especially when eating Arby's. Diet Dr. Pepper offsets the roast beef and cheddar. You know how that works, right? It's pretty basic math. The Vicar of Wakefield. What do you think, Max? If you see anything you like, let me know. I'll make me an offer. See what we got here. The History of the Church of Christ Previous to the Reformation, Volume 2, containing the 4th and 5th centuries. That's pretty cool. Medieval history of the Church of Christ. No date, but I'm guessing that one's probably 1830s, maybe 1840s. Pretty cool. And again, an odd volume, but if you're interested in the history of the church in the 4th and 5th centuries, I usually do really well with religious books and with medieval and ancient history stuff, so that's kind of a dual interesting topic. Yeah, Max is commenting and is talking about Whatnot. I've sold on Whatnot a few shows. At some point in the future, maybe this winter, I'll get back on selling on Whatnot. But yeah, definitely worth checking out Max Common Ground Finds on Whatnot and eBay as well, and YouTube. He's Paper Gold Podcast on YouTube. He did an interview with me a few months ago, and a new one's coming out shortly. So definitely worth checking out Paper Gold Podcast on YouTube. Poetical Works of John Dryden. This is Volume 1, 1854, and then we also got Volume. So a couple odd Dryden volumes. That's okay. I don't mind selling odd volumes, and my customers don't mind buying them either, I guess. What do we got? Our Mess by Jack Hinton, Volume 1. Ooh, check out the end papers on those. Bright blue. Dang, those pop. All right, Our Mess, edited by Charles Lever. I think he was an Irish author. Volume 1, Jack Hinton, The Guardsman. That one's published in 1843. There you got the portrait of Charles Lever right there, the gentleman. I don't think there's there are some other illustrations. Very whimsical illustrations in this one, and a lot of them. Man, there's a lot of plates in this one. Yeah, thank you, Max. Yeah, everyone, give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. I appreciate everyone watching. Usually it's a struggle for me to get 3 people to pay attention to my YouTube lives, but I got 9 people watching. That's almost a record. It's Tuesday afternoon. Usually I'm hopping on here on Sunday at like 7 a.m. Central Time. I'm up nice and early, and that's usually after my Sunday morning run. So yeah, it's Tuesday afternoon. People might be more hanging out on YouTube, watching videos, looking for that good book content. All right, critical and historical essays by Thomas Babington Macaulay, Volume 2, published in 1843, and then we also got Volume 3. So yeah, it looks like a lot of volumes, but that's all right. I don't mind. Especially if you don't have hundreds of dollars to spend. Portraits and Illustrious Personages, Volume 2 by Mr. Lodge. Oh, Eddie's here. Hey, Eddie, how's it going? Yeah, Eddie, hey, I got to give you a call, Eddie, and tell you about a deal I'm working on right now. It's pretty crazy. I'm buying 160 box. Well, hopefully consigning about 160 boxes. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. That's going to keep me busy. Portraits and Illustrious Personages of Great Britain, Volume 3, 1835. That's pretty cool. 1835. There we got the Earl of Southampton. Very distinguished gentleman. Ooh, who do we got there? The Queen of England. Queen Elizabeth. Fancy dress. Sir Philip Sidney. Again, just volume 2, but 1835. Book of Royalty. I like that one. Yeah, I think I have about 20 boxes. We're about 4 boxes in, so All the Year Round by Charles Dickens. See what this one has. All the Year Round, conducted by Charles Dickens, new series, volume 17, 1877. Show you the contents pages if you want to take a quick gander. I think you can pause this and go back if you want to see. Otherwise, again, like I said, these will all be up on eBay probably in the next 2 weeks, so you'll have the opportunity to buy them. Also, if you didn't hear earlier, Twin Cities Book Fair is this Friday and Saturday. I think I'm going to go Friday afternoon. Again, 1877, All the Year Round. Eddie, are you here? When are you going to start a YouTube channel? You do some pretty interesting stuff. I know you don't have time, but you can make some time. Just stay up later. Temple Magazine, Volume 7. Looks like a magazine of fiction. We got Captain Picard, Smuggling Yarns Retold. Just going to flip through these pages quick. All right, we got another RMS volume. Similar to the Jack Hinton. RMS, edited by Charles Lever. This is volume 3, Tom Burke of Ours, 1844. Again, lots of great illustrations. Beautiful leather binding on that one. Pretty good condition as well. Three Plays by A.A. Milne. This is a cloth binding. This one has the great Brocksop, The Dover Road, and The Truth About Blades. Looks like that one was published in 1930. I even had a Whatnot sale in a couple months here, maybe a month ago. No, it went really good. I sold, I think, 30 some books. They all sold and ranged anywhere from a few bucks up to like $50. Selections from Tennyson. Nice little poetry book. Yeah, I'll definitely do Whatnot again at some point, but eBay keeps me busier than I ever want to be. Probably spend, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours a day working on eBay, doing my listings, shipping, invoicing, all that fun stuff. Plus, I got the bookstore that takes some time as well and usually gets neglected. All right. Let's see what this little bugger is. I think it's a postcard. If you didn't know, I collect postcards and photos related to old books or libraries or bookstores, all that stuff. Here we go. We have a Edwardian lady reading a copy of The Christian by, who's that by? I can't quite see the name, but I'm definitely, hopefully I can track down, check that out. She's reading a copy of The Christian with that perfect dust jacket on there. What are the odds that I'm going to be able to find a copy with that nice of a dust jacket? I'll try. I certainly will try. I like buying old photos, especially if you can read or make out the title of the book, and then to try to track down a copy of that book. Kind of a cool little project I've been working on for years. Actually, I did make a YouTube video a couple weeks ago showing off my postcard collection. All right, we got pretty little Walter Scott, nice little leather bound volume, prize binding. There's the Girls Public Day School Trust Limited, Streatham Hill High School. Assuming that's in the UK. This was given for general work awarded to, looks like Frida Gray, from Form Lower 3 in 1908. Check out the marbling, marbled edges and marbled end papers. Cool how they used to give out these fancy books as prizes for school kids. The Poetical Works of Sir Walter Scott, edited by J. Laugie Robinson. There's the portrait of Sir Walter Scott right there, and published in 1904. Doesn't look like it's illustrated. Check out how tiny that text is. Could you imagine trying to read that? Again, beautiful prize binding on that one. All right, looks like we got 3 volumes by Smollett. Nice 3/4 leather. Open them up. The works of Tobias Smollett. This is volume 10. The Adventures of Sir Lancelot Greaves by Tobias Smollett, edited by George Saintbury, 1895. See the date right there. Got a cool knight there, frontispiece. I think this one has these each have a few illustrations as well. So yeah, 3 volumes, Tobias Smollett. We got volume 1 and 2 of Humphrey Clinker. Pretty bindings, I like those. Nice red leather. All right, we got a nice little copy of Little Men by Louisa May Alcott. Nice dust jacket, really clean dust jacket on that one. And the book underneath looks excellent as well. See if there's a date. No date, but that one might be 1930s, maybe 1940s. Again, nice clean dust jacket. Spanish and Indian place names of California. Their Meaning and Their Romance by Nellie Vandegrift Sanchez, 1922. Really nicely illustrated. Spanish and Indian place names of California. That one's pretty cool. And then we have a big copy of The Vicar of Wakefield by Oliver Goldsmith. Nice Victorian era volume. Nicely illustrated as well. By Oliver Goldsmith with 114 color illustrations, 1886. Really nicely illustrated. All right, what's in this big box? I think if I remember correctly, this was 2 lots of American history and Native American stuff. They are ex-library, which is kind of unfortunate, but That's all right. If you can't afford a $200 copy, you can always buy my cheaper X-Library copy. Some people just want books to read. They don't care about the condition. They just want the cheapest one. All right, what do we got? Let's open this one up. The Choctaw of Bayou Lacombe, Saint Tammany Parish, Louisiana, by David I. Bushnell, 1909. This is one of the Smithsonian Institute Bureau of American Ethnology. That's Bulletin 48. There we go. Lots of illustrations in that one, too. A lot of stuff on Native American culture. Ooh, tons of plates. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's see what this next one is. Antiquities of the Jemez Plateau, New Mexico, by Edgar L. Hewitt, 1906. Again, from the Bureau of Ethnology. Oh, it looks like that one has some maps as well. The Legends of Vancouver by E. Pauline Johnson, 1913. The Education of the Pueblo Child, A Study in Arrested Development by Frank Clarence Spencer. Looks like this one's from 1899. Yep, October 1899. And look at that. It looks like with the compliments of the author, signed by the author. Very cool. I didn't even realize that one was signed. Pleasant surprise when that happens. Another Bureau of Ethnology, The Antiquities of the Upper Gila and Salt River Valleys of Arizona and New Mexico by Walter Hugh, however you say it, 1907. So yeah, I think there was, let's see, 12 U.S. history books and 13 Native American books. It was 2 different lots. Let's see, Narratives of Early Pennsylvania, West New Jersey, and Delaware. Again, these are kind of not the best of condition. Edited by Albert Cook Myers, published in 1912. Not the best condition, but cool books, at least reading copies, usable copies of Native American and Americana. Indian Blankets. I think I just sold a copy of this like a week ago. Indian Blankets and Their Makers by George Wharton James, 1927. This one has, I think, a few hundred illustrations. I think some of them are in color as well. There you go. There was a color one. There's a color one. Again, Native Americans and Their Blankets. Very cool reference guide. A lot of work went into describing the patterns and showing off examples as well. And I mean, a modern library binding, but that way this book hefty enough to survive reading many times. All right, The Soul of the Indian. I don't know if I've ever seen this one before. The Soul of the Indian, an interpretation by Charles Alexander Eastman. Looks like published in 1911. Very nice Native American frontispiece on that one. The Moral Code, Ceremonial Worship, The Family Altar, The Great Mystery, Barbarism and the Moral Code, The Unwritten Scriptures, and The Borderland of the Spirit. That one's pretty cool. He had a spirit brother among the Ojibways, the ancestral enemies of the Sioux. He even named the band to which his brother belonged and said that he also was a war prophet among his people. Upon one of their hunts along the border between the two tribes, the Sioux leader, one Indian, called his warriors together and solemnly declared to them that they were about to meet a like band of Ojibwe hunters led by his spirit twin. Very interesting book on the soul of the Indian. I really don't think I've ever seen that one before. Maybe it's not rare, but I don't remember ever selling a copy of that. Prehistoric Races of the US of A, 1881. Pretty sure I've sold this one a few times. Look at that, hundreds of illustrations of different tools and homes, artwork and pottery. Pretty cool. The Indian, the Northwest, 1600 to 1900, the Red Man, the War Man, and the White Man. And the Northwestern Line Railroad. Looks like we got Black Hawk. I think he was from the Midwest. Was he from Wisconsin? Oh, that one's copyright 1901. Nice buffalo hunting illustration in this one. The execution of 38 Sioux Indians at Mankato, Minnesota, December 26, 1862. Wow. Never heard of that. Yeah, I think there's some maps as well. Nice illustration of Indian flag, the Indian grave, the Indian and the Northwest. That one's interesting. Yeah, Mankato. I wonder if there's any books about that. The Indian, the Northwest, the Red Man, the War Man, and the White Man. Copyright 1901. Looks like it was a publication of the Chicago and Northwest Railway. Okay, interesting, Eddie. Anyone wants to learn more about that, check out Driftless Books in Viroqua. Eddie definitely has a book on anything you want. Chippewa Music by Francis Densmore, 1910. Contributions to Fox Ethnology by Truman Michelson, 1927. And last one of the Bureau of Ethnology books. Chippewa Music 2 by Francis Densmore, 1913. Okay, Eddie, let me know. Yeah, I'll give you a good deal. We'll work something out. All right, I think the rest of these are American history. Oh, maybe not. Gizet's History of Representative Government. Songs and Ballads of the American Revolution again. A lot of them are ex-library. Songs and Ballads of the American Revolution by Frank Moore, 1856. The Battle of Bunker Hill or Temple of Liberty, an historic poem in 4 cantos by Colonel William Emmons, 1859. The Plantation Negro as a Free Man by Philip A. Bruce, 1889. I think this one's actually really rare. I wasn't able to find any other copies of this one online. But again, I will probably just auction it off and let the market decide what it's worth. All right, the works of Daniel Webster, just odd volume. Volume 2, 1851. History of the U.S. by George Bancroft. Volume 7, 1866. Memoirs of Philip Sheridan, Volume 1. Cool Civil War biography. The works of Hubert Howe Bancroft, Alaska, 1730 to 1885. Again, ex-library. I think I just sold a nice copy of this History of Alaska, published in 1886. All right. The Life of Peter Van Schack, published in 1842. History of the Great Republic by Jesse T. Peck. Looks like that one's complete in one volume. The History of the Great Republic Considered from a Christian Standpoint by Jesse T. Peck, 1868. All right, last two for this box. Looks like we have a biography of Henry Clay. Whoa. Fancy leather, full leather binding. Fortunately, it's not the best of condition and has some library repairs. The Monument to the Memory of Henry Clay by A.H. Carrier, 1859. And the Constitution of the U.S., published in 1854. All right, next we got a really nice copy of Andersen's Fairy Tales, beautiful blue cloth. Give you a close-up of that one. Yeah, this one's fantastic. Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales, a new translation by Miss H.B. Paul, with original illustrations. Again, beautiful Victorian binding on that one. Looks like it's dated 1890. I don't know if that one's from the 1890s or possibly earlier. Not 100% sure about that one. collection of children's books, The Little Peachling by Georgine Faulkner. Four Girls in a Compact. Abide with Me. Some of these are kind of rough. The Fairy Babies. The Fairy Babies by Laurel Rountree Smith, published in 1924. Rhymes for Kindly Children by Ethel Fairmont. The White Elephant and Other Tales from India, retold by Georgine Faulkner. Then we got a little collection of these little buggers. The Story of Potatoes, Mr. Long's Garden, Peanuts and Popcorn, The Story of Hay, The Story of Corn, The Story of Wheat, Carl's Home, From Farm and Garden, Fun on the Farm, About Camels, The Great Elephant, Tom's School, Fun in the City, Jack Helps at Home, and Joan Helps at Home. Wow, check out that wrapping. That is fancy. I'm going to have to learn how to do that. That's pretty awesome. All right, these are some Anatole France. We have The Well of St. Clair. These are all 1920s. They all have really nice end papers and illustrations. Thais by Anatole France with illustrations by Frank C. Pape. Again, beautiful books with the slip cases. And actually, I think some of these volumes also had a dust jacket as well, which is extra hard to find, especially in good condition. At the Sign of the Rhine Pedigo. Again, these are all 1920s, very Art Deco. All right, and then Revolt of the Angels. I just recently sold a couple copies of this one. I think they usually bring, I think one copy brought 80 something and one brought over 100. That's one of my favorites. I love that. The illustrations and stuff in that one. Life of Abe Lincoln. Nice Abe Lincoln biography. The Life of Abraham Lincoln by J.G. Holland, 1866. All right, these two I actually bought on Whatnot. I don't remember the seller, otherwise I'd give them a shout out. But we have the Violet Fairy book. Pretty nice condition. It's not a super early one. But the 1890s ones usually sell for like $300 to $400. So these are a nice, cheaper alternative. Then we got the blue fairy book. And I think actually these style bindings are a little harder to find than the early, than the Victorian ones. And much more affordable. So... the ABC and XYZ Abuse Culture. This one is 1901, so a little bit early. I think the first edition was like 1860s. But again, the earlier the better for these, especially if you can find them in decent condition. The nice gold B on the front cover. Let's see, I'm running out of room to stack these things. Well, that's an interesting way to pack books. Just chuck them in there with some garbage plastic. Okay, I guess they survived. I'll take them. The Return of Tarzan by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Really nice condition on that one. That's nice and clean. Hey, Grayson, how's it going? I'm glad you could make it. At some point, I'm going to have to get on a schedule. I was trying to do these Monday afternoons, and I started doing them Sunday morning, and now I'm just randomly here on a Tuesday afternoon. The Return of Tarzan by Edgar Rice Burroughs, published March 1915. Looks like we got a nice Beast of Tarzan, pretty nice clean copy. Spine's a little faded, but otherwise pretty nice. Tarzan and the Golden Lion. Again, a lot of times I buy collections of these. They're pretty banged up, but these look decent. Tarzan the Untamed. And the last one, The Return of Tarzan. Again, pretty respectable condition on all those. Oh wow, the Easton Press Burroughs. Dang, those are pricey. I buy a lot of Easton Press, but I've never had those. Oh, here we got some more Edgar Rice Burroughs. I think these were from a different seller. We got Tarzan and the Lost Empire. Again, pretty nice. I guess there's some staining, but otherwise pretty nice. Tarzan and the Jewels of Opar. Again, a little bit of staining. Tarzan. Let's see what matches up. So we got Tarzan the Untamed with a little bit of the dust jacket. Here's the back and a little bit of the spine of the dust jacket. Tarzan the Invincible. Dang, that is a clean copy. Oh, a little bit of little stain there, a little dent to the top of the rear cover, but otherwise pretty nice copy. Tarzan and the Golden Lion. The Son of Tarzan. Tarzan and the City of Gold. Really nice, clean, well, not the nicest dust jacket you'll ever find, but okay, nice clean copy underneath. A respectable dust jacket, especially if you put it in Mylar. Not half bad. Again, these will all be out on eBay here, 99-cent auctions probably in about 2 weeks. All right, there we go. Lots of great Tarzan. I'm always looking for Tarzan. I get email alerts whenever Tarzan books come up on eBay. Usually they're a little out of my price range and I can't make any profits, so I can't buy them. Let's see. This was a Whatnot purchase from seller Rock Paper Salvage Paul. Rock Paper Salvage on Whatnot. These came from him. He sells quite a variety of books. He had a antiquarian book sale here about a week ago, so these are the ones that I bought from him. Life of Abraham Lincoln. This is kind of a chonker, kind of a big bugger. By Joseph H. Barrett and Charles Walter Brown. Illustrated. Let's see if there's a date on this one. 1902. Pretty nice. Let's see what Grayson has to say. Yeah, Grayson, that's why I like the 99-cent auctions. I make a profit on almost everything. Auctions don't work for everyone. The Enemy Within by Robert F. Kennedy. Yeah, the book market is tough. It's tough to find deals. Occasionally you'll hit up an estate sale and get some killer deals and make a great profit. But most of the time, if you're going through antique stores, or even I buy a lot of it, like all of this I bought on eBay. Occasionally I will buy on other auction sites. But most dealers want more than I could ever get for them. Beautiful Victorian fine binding, poetical works of Lord Alfred Tennyson. Really nice condition. Oh, and a little card fell out of that one, little author card. Yeah, I definitely get excited, especially the better books. I get in a lot of bidding wars online and pay more than I should. But I would say it's only a few books every month that I lose money on. Awesome, Josh. Josh, do you ever go live on YouTube? Everyone check out Josh Grab. Check out his YouTube channel. The Presidents of the U.S., profusely illustrated. Let's see. There's an inscription dated 1908. Yeah, this one was early 1900s. Looks like this was another Whatnot purchase. I don't remember who it's from. Yeah, Josh, you should try going live sometime. Oh, these are from Phil, the Book Peddler. You can find him on YouTube, the Book Peddler, or he's on eBay. His eBay store is the Book Peddler as well. He did a Whatnot show a few weeks ago, and actually he has another Whatnot show on Friday. I think his Whatnot name is Philip Monteleone. Put that in the search bar and you should be able to find. Again, he has another Whatnot show on Friday night. We got nice little Fables of La Fontaine. Let's see, it is in Francais. It's in French. Nice color frontispiece. Looks like nice color illustrations throughout. That's pretty cool. So nice little French La Fontaine. Pretty little binding on that one. I don't even remember. I know I bought a Rosicrucian book from him, but I don't remember what the other ones are. Let's see. Our Fate and the Zodiac. Cool astrology book. The Rosicrucian Cosmo Conception. Again, cool little astrology occult book. Let's see, Pennsylvania at Gettysburg, Volume 2, and there's Volume 1 in here as well. Yeah, Phil has some great books. Yeah. Phil has been tracking down some very interesting books lately. Cool stuff. I mean, he's been having great luck selling it as well. Some really pricey stuff. Again, there's Volume 1, Pennsylvania at Gettysburg. I think those are 1906 or 1904. Again, one last box, and then I'm calling it an afternoon. Sorry, I think my internet was kind of crap at the beginning of this video, but it should be better now. We got a nice Victorian Longfellow. Nice, pretty Longfellow book. All right, last one. Nice biggin. All right, so this is a set of the Annual Register. It's not complete. It's a bunch of odd volumes from the 1850s to the 1870s, I believe. And I think one of them has the maps. I forget if it's like 1850. It's one of the 1850s or one of the 1750s or 1760s. Thinking it's one of the 17. Oh, there we. No, that's not it. I want to find the map for y'all. Here's the Annual Register for 1760. Does anyone remember which volume has the maps? I think it's 1762 or 1763. Let's see, here's 1761. I was assured that the maps were present. All right, here's 1764. Nope, not it. Come on, maps. 1769, I don't think it's that one. 1771, definitely not that late. 1762, that might be it. We're getting close. No, not that one. 1758. This might be it. Oh, what the heck? How many more options are there? 1762. Okay. Well, what the heck? I thought, no, here we go. 1763. All right, the Annual Register Review of the History, Politics, and Literature for the year 1763. That's a 4th edition, published in 1776. And here we go. This one has 4 maps, as long as it's complete. One very interesting. Well, that one's not too interesting. An accurate map of the seat of war in the Kingdom of Prussia, as also in Bohemia, Lusitania, Silesia, Saxony, and Westphalia. So that one's not excessively exciting. Nice condition, but not the most exciting map. Here, what's this one? A map showing the seat of the war on the coast of Malabar, Coromandel in the Empire of the Great Mogul. That's kind of cool. Cool Thailand map, or what is modern Thailand. All right, next. Here we go. This is the cool one. A map of the British dominions in North America. So a cool map of New England. This 4th edition was published in 1776, so that's pretty cool. A 1776 map, which it looks like it was engraved 1763, but I don't know if this map actually wouldn't have been made until 1776. At any rate, it's Revolutionary War era map of New England. Really nice, clean map. I don't remember what the last one was. It looks like a map. Let's see. A new and correct chart of the seat of war on the coast of France, Spain, Portugal, and Italy. Italy. Pretty cool. Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's it for the day. I'm going to, well, spend a little time cleaning up all the packing materials and figuring out what to do with these books. And yeah, maybe take a nap. We'll see. Okay, we got the annual register for 1770. All right, I'm done. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Grayson. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Eddie. Thanks, Max. Everyone that's watching, I appreciate it.